guys, welcome to another episode of Ljs Garage. With me today is a 2003 BMW M3, and if you guys know anything about me, big BMW fan here. So my buddy Tyler let me borrow this, and really there's not much to say about an E46 M3 that hasn't been said, but I'm going to give you guys a little tour of this one, and then Tyler's going to kind of give you guys a walk around of the mods and upgrades and everything that he's done to this, because no one talks about a car better than the owner themselves. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for more. And in the meantime, let me go ahead and talk to you guys about the E46 M3. And man, I don't know about you guys, but this thing just sits right and it looks good. So yeah. So without further ado, let me give you guys my thoughts on the E46 M3.
So the E46 generation was available from 2000 to 2006. You had an option of a convertible or a coupe, a 6-speed manual or 6-speed SMG transmission. 0 to 60 time, 5.1 seconds, and that was coming from a 3.2 liter inline 6 that was making just about 338 horsepower, 269 foot-pounds of torque, and yeah.
Naturally aspirated inline 6-speed manual. It's the best combo that you could get. Fun fact for you guys, I've never actually driven a convertible in my entire life, but this is the one exception to convertibles that I'm willing to jump right in and love. The one thing I love about all BMWs is they blend sportiness with luxury. And that to me is the best combination. I'm one of those people that tends to like heated, cooled seats. I love heated steering wheels. I love tilting side mirrors that help making parking so easy for you. There's just a lot that this has to offer. The leather, the niceness, man, just love it. I'm a little spoiled, you could say. This is when I think BMW really hit the nail on the head. That's an appropriate size grille. What they've done with the new ones, we won't discuss that here today. But just look at this thing. Tyler did a great job of what I like to call tastefully modifying this car. And to each their own. Some of you may not love this, but I love this carbon fiber hood. I love the little splitters down at the bottom. And just look at it. There's not a whole lot to go into detail on the interior. It's a 2003, so it doesn't have, you know, lane departure warnings and backup cameras and all those fancy things. But it doesn't need all that. And that's why I wish that I could just have one of these to just hold on to for keepsake and just have that nostalgia whenever I want to just go for a drive and experience just you and the car. So if you have one of these or you are looking for one of these, you definitely want this 6-speed manual. This is a pleasure to drive. The clutch, so smooth. Anyone could get into this and drive it. So let me go ahead and pop this hood down and kind of see what this is like. That's bright. And just like that, you got the top down. And I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like this. This is the first time I've done one of these, and you can actually like get a nice top down view. Hopefully the waves look nice and crispy. But man, the previous owner had wrapped the steering wheel with a little Alcantara, you know, just one of those little stitch wraps, and it's actually really nice. And then really, other than that, you got a lot of different controls, which I mean, I can give you guys kind of a quick glance of the cockpit area, but that's not what this car is about. What it looks like from the driver's perspective, as I always do whenever I hop in any car. You can see it looks pretty good. I mean, there's the back seats, and there's all these controls. Typical BMW stuff, top down, top up, straightforward. There's a glorious 6-speed manual transmission. And then your speedometer, gauges. I mean, if you've been in any BMW of these generations, you know it. There's nothing that I need to go into. Your lighting controls, Harman Kardon sound.
But a couple key things to keep in mind is these are fairly solid cars, but a couple things that you want to look for. Vanos system, water pump, rod bearings. Those are the notorious things on these that go wrong. I'm gonna pause right here and let Tyler do some talking real quick.
Alright guys, this is my E46. So I had a mishap with the fan clutch, so unfortunately it has a save-on hood. And with the fan clutch situation, also did a new radiator. It's a double custom. I have a Mission Moto fan. I have it tapped into the stock controller. I got a secondary air pump delete. Catless headers, they're making racing. I just recently had a valve adjustment done at M-Works in Cincinnati. New plugs, coils. You know, I did all the hoses and all that with everything. The rest of the engine bay is stock. Engine's tuned. It's got a build journal B-spec tune with the stage 3 burbles.
Pops and the bangs.
The pops and the bangs are pretty good. Just eBay splitters that came on the car. I didn't touch those. I polished them a few times, but the rock chips really gets to them. So unfortunately, those look like pretty used right now. Come around over here. We got some ESR. I think they're SR02s maybe. I can't remember. But the specs are 9.5 on the front, 10.5 rears. I got some Federal Evolution ST4s or ST1s on it. Pretty sticky, good tires. It's like a summer rain spec. I got stud conversions done. I got the extended ones off of ECS Tuning. Got a fake carbon side vent. I didn't put that on either. I got the stock one, but it looks weird, the chrome. Down in the interior, we got a steering wheel wrap. I tried flocking this, but looks like unfortunately Alcantara started to wear off a little bit. I got a competition shifter. Custom shift boots off my guy in Europe. He actually sent those to me. I found him on eBay. He did the gray custom for me. He had some black ones. And I wanted to see what the Dove gray would look like. And then on section 3 for my muffler, I got a top speed. It's the race muffler, full titanium. And then, you know, I was just in the headers in the section 3, the mid pipes are stock. So that'd be the section 2 and the section 1 are stock. And I did red on the taillights. So I think that's about all I got done to this thing. There's some miscellaneous things here and there, but all the major things that matter, that's about it.
Okay, man. But you've enjoyed this thing?
Oh man. I've always loved M cars, and coming from a Jeep to this was just my dream. And now I'm going to an F80, which is like, I was happy to have one at 30, but here I am at 21.
Hell yeah.
Making it happen, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
I've always wanted to be cool and just kind of do one of those like over the top cool guy entrances into the back seat. But I'm not that cool, so this is the best you got. But it's kind of nice. Yeah, I dig this. Can I get a vote in the comment section down below? Do you guys think this looks better top down or top up? I'm definitely leaning towards the top down. Just my God, that is one of the best looking convertibles I've ever seen.
I do apologize for the baby revs. As soon as I did that, I got chased by a flock of women who love the sound of this car. And so I had to hurry up and leave the parking lot. And so, yeah, true story. Bye.
So I've never actually driven a convertible like I was saying earlier, other than a Jeep Wrangler, if you consider that a convertible. So if there is no audio, I apologize. I'll try to talk at lights and stuff like that and repeat what I say. But this thing is a blast. I mean, this is hands down one of the best manual transmissions I've ever driven. And I can't get enough of it. And the crackles, the pops. But you can hear just a little bit of that growl. say in the Fast and Furious world, I am granny shifting, but that's just how it goes. But man, the crackles, the pops. I hope the audio on this comes through all right, but man, it's very weird being in a convertible. Everyone is definitely looking at you, staring right at you, judging menacingly, but I'm trying not to let it bother me. Just have some fun in the M3 here. Surprisingly, this rides really well for being, what, 17?
2 + 2 is
No.
4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Some math. Some years old. It would definitely be a blast to take one of these on the track. I mean, the red line on this thing is crazy high too. Right about 7,600 RPM. So you can really kind of ring this thing out. At this point, I've driven all the M3s minus the G80 and like the E30 M3, but I've driven the E30 3 Series itself. And now, I mean, I definitely love them all. They're all really special in their own way. I feel like Jeremy Clarkson right now. If you guys are Top Gear fans, you know what I mean. And the one thing that you gotta love about these is how mechanical they still feel. I mean, whew, the handling is sharp. Transmission, a blast. I just feel cool in this thing. I feel super cool. Thank you guys so much for checking out yet another video in Ljs Garage. This is the start of my Cars of Dayton series. So throughout the summer, I am gonna find some cool cars and some cool people in Dayton to give you guys the content that you so deserve. Make sure you give Tyler a subscribe and thank him, or follow him on Instagram and let him know he did a great job with this thing. If you think that. If you don't, fight me.
I'm just kidding. But on this channel, we respect all builds. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.